They do have a timeout. Decide not to use it. Curry, way downtown. Bang! Bang! Oh, what a shot from Curry!
What's up, everybody? My name is Ethan. This is Courtside TV. If you're new, don't forget to subscribe. And before we get into it today, I want to say welcome to all of the new people. Over the past 2 days, I've gained almost 150 subscribers due to a shout out that I got from KOT4Q. Big shout out to Kenny, the legend. I sent him something in a P.O. Box video with a letter attached talking about how I kind of have been starting my own YouTube channel, and he's been one of the inspirations for me, and he shouted out my name on there and stuff. And so as soon as that video went up, my channel started to explode, and I've gained, I was at about 200 subscribers when that shout out happened, and I'm at 350 as I'm recording this. So this is huge. It's awesome to see the channel start growing. Welcome to everybody who's new, and if you like basketball content like this, be sure to stick around. And yeah, let's get into it for today. So my topic for tonight is the Phoenix Suns, and as I'm recording this, they are up almost 40 on the New Orleans Pelicans. Game is not over, but it might as well be. This is a blowout, man, and it's a game that I expected to be close. The Pelicans have looked pretty good through their first couple games this year, but they didn't really bring it tonight. And the Suns, man, they've been moving the ball, they've been getting out in transition. Devin Booker, Chris Paul, Jay Crowder shooting the heck out of it. Cam Johnson's having a great game, and you can just go down the list and you can see how deep this team is. And I just wanted to kind of highlight how impressive this Suns team has been through their first couple of games this year, because once they wrap this one up, they'll be 3-1 on the season after 4 games. Their only loss being a 3-point loss to the Sacramento Kings, which was a super close game, could have gone either way, and they ended up beating the Kings in the next time they played them, because the NBA is doing those kind of back-to-backs against the same team to reduce the travel there. So, the Suns are now going to be 3-1, and they've looked really, really good while doing it. Chris Paul has integrated himself seamlessly into this Suns system. Devin Booker is just the type of guy that we thought he was going to be. And their depth, man, like Jay Crowder hasn't been shooting the ball super well up until this point. This is kind of his breakout game for the season. Cameron Payne, after being a draft bust a couple years ago, has shown that he can really play. Cam Johnson looks like he's going to make an improvement in his second season. DeAndre Ayton was the first overall pick a couple years ago. Now, yes, that was the draft with Luka Doncic and Trae Young, and Ayton probably will not ever live up to the expectation, of the first overall pick, followed by those two. But he's, had a quietly good start to his third season now. Hopefully he can stay away from, PEDs and stuff and not get himself suspended and be able to be on the floor. But if this Suns team can put it all together, and right now it's looking like they're doing so, they're going to be really, really scary in the Western Conference. And I rank them as a play-in team going into the year, and already that's looking a little bit low. Now, we can't overreact to just 4 games here, but I do really like the Suns now, and maybe I'm thinking that I should have rated them a little bit higher. I kind of wanted to, but there's just a lot of teams in the West that I thought were just a little bit better, had a little more continuity from last year. But when you're really looking at it, the Suns might, end up at a top 4, top 5 seed, as long as they can remain healthy and continue at this level of production. Chris Paul and Devin Booker looks like an amazing backcourt. We knew that was going to be the case from the start. As soon as they made that move for Chris Paul, we knew that was going to be one of the better backcourts in the league, especially after Chris Paul had the season that he had with OKC, leading them to the playoffs, almost to an upset in the first round. With a roster that nobody really thought was going to be even close to that. And so the Suns, building off their momentum from the bubble, and it's just beautiful basketball, man. Like Monty Williams, I had him as my pick for Coach of the Year, and I definitely think that's a really strong choice. I've seen a lot of other people kind of jumping on that Monty Williams for Coach of the Year train. I made my award predictions a couple weeks before a lot of the other people did, and so when I made that prediction, I wasn't aware that that was a really trendy pick. I'm not sure if he's the favorite, but listening to a lot of the analysts and the the podcasters and other YouTubers that I listen to, Monty Williams is a pretty popular pick for Coach of the Year, and you can definitely see why. The Suns are going to be a very much improved team from last year. He looks like his system is working well, especially with a guy like Chris Paul running the show, and Devin Booker, coming off screens, firing from 3, hitting from the mid-range. He's one of the best mid-range shooters in the league. And then, couple that with some good role players. I mentioned all those guys already. They should also be pretty good defensively. Devin Booker hasn't really been known as a defensive guy so far in his career, but it seems like he might have the physical tools to make it work. Chris Paul, we know as one of the better defensive guards over the last decade or so. You have guys like Jay Crowder, who has always been a pretty good defensive piece. DeAndre Ayton looks like he can, step up and be a good defensive center for this team. So the Suns, man, they've been super, super impressive. I can't say that I didn't see it coming, but I don't know. Maybe I should have projected them higher because I had them in the play-in tournament. I think is what the 8th seed going into it, and I had them earning a playoff spot as the 8th seed. But maybe they can be even higher. It's just so tough in the Western Conference, man. Things are so tight. But maybe as of now, you could put them over teams like Portland or Golden State or Utah, or like Dallas if Porzingis isn't healthy. It's all in flux, right? And we have no idea. After like the 2 LA teams in Denver, like 4 through 9 or 10 is going to be really, really close. But right now, a big statement game from the Suns over the Pelicans. They're up 108-68. I can see that on my screen right here with 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter. So huge win from them against the team that they're probably going to be in contention with for one of those bottom playoff seeds in the Western Conference. Or I don't know, maybe the Suns are better than that. But anyway, that is about all I have for you on the Phoenix Suns. And I'm going to go watch the Nuggets and the Kings because it looks like that game is close, and I'm going to catch the end of that one. But yeah, man, that's all I got for you on the Suns today. Hope you guys enjoyed that one. Like I said at the top of the video, if you're new, don't forget to subscribe. Leave a like, ring the bell if you want to. Leave a comment letting me know what you think about the Suns, their impressive start to the year. How do they stack up in the Western Conference? And, was I a little bit too low on them in my preseason prediction? Again, thank you to everybody who's new around here. Thank you to Kenny for the shout out. And hopefully you guys will stick around and look forward to some more basketball content. Looking to improve things around the channel, get better at what I can, and start putting out some new forms of content for you guys. So look forward to, a couple changes, all good stuff, right? I'm just looking to always improve, and I'm just really happy with the growth that we've had over the past couple of weeks here. It's been really, really great ever since the season has kind of started ramping up. I went from 10 subscribers 2 months ago to now 350. So thank you to everybody who's new, and I will see you guys in the next one.